Right, we got Small Breakfast Manager today. 2-2 draw. What do you make of the game?
I thought it was a pretty poor game, if I'm honest. I think that we were nowhere near the levels that we should be at, which is really disappointing from our perspective. The players know that. I think there's no hiding place. I think that were we lucky to get a point in the end, probably, because we could play a hell of a lot better than that. But equally, we did limit them to minimal chances. I don't think there was a load of clear-cut chances in the game. I think Taylor's had one just before he scored. So, overriding feeling after the game was just disappointed because we know we can be so much better, and we've seen us so much better. And it probably doesn't help on the back of a poor performance away at Broxburn, albeit we kind of played a bit better during the week to win in the cup. But today, nowhere near the levels that I thought that we should be at.
Obviously, conditions like wind and injuries and whatever have an impact on the game, but how important is it to make sure there's not excuses for poor performance?
Oh, do you know what? We've got all the excuses we want today. I mean, we're having to recall Thomas for his loan Edinburgh Uni. I was laughing at that today. I says we've got 3 goalies signed, which we got questioned about at the time, and lo and behold, 2 of them are injured. So we had to recall Thomas, which I thought he'd done great coming in. It's no easy to come in and be thrown into the team where he's been playing with a different defence and all that sort of stuff. So from a positive perspective, I thought Thomas done really well, but without being accused of using excuses, it wasn't the ideal. Where Kyle was 100% fit, probably no. Scott got an injury 30 minutes in, probably should have came off to his credit, kept on going. So no ideal with my boys on the bench that were named, albeit so Stu and Harry Wright, that we couldn't put on because they weren't fit. They were on the bench because they came and done a fitness test in the warm up, etc. Didn't make it, so we were a wee bit limited. But do you know what? Easy to make excuses. Ultimately, we weren't good enough, and we know that.
Now, sort of 5 games in, it's been a bit of a mixed bag to the performance and results. Some really good results and some good wins, and a couple of less good performances and a defeat as well. How do you take stock as a coaching team on this first 5 games that we've had?
I think we're learning all the time about the group, individual players, and I say all the time, I think that it's great because I think we had a good pre-season. We've seen a lot of good stuff, and people were rightly so quite excited about watching the team. First couple of games in the league, I think we've done pretty well. Last couple, not so good, but you've got to take the rough with the smooth. I think it's easy when everything's going great and you get plaudits. When you fall below the standards that not just other people expect of you, but that we expect for ourselves, you're right, quite rightly get criticised for it. And to be fair, the big man left on no uncertain terms how he felt after that game, because miles below where we need to be. So we're learning about us as a group, we're learning about individuals as players, and equally they're learning about us. But as a collective, we need to realise, and really need to realise fast, we need to be so much better. And the boys know that, and they're a good group. They're receptive, they all want to do well. Listen, we've got 35 games or whatever it is to go. Pretty sure we'll put out better performances than that.
Brilliant, thank you, Gary.